means maple syrup. And my bud, Chef Tawnya Brant, is here to tell us a bit more about it and make something totally delish. Hey, Tawnya.
Hi.
How's it going?
Good, good. I'm happy to be back.
Oh my gosh, it's always so good to see you. Now, you're here to talk a little bit about maple syrup, because it's spring, it's maple season.
It's a new season, new foods. That's what we're getting excited for,
Yeah.
right? So I brought some stuff for you here to
Okay.
check out. I mean, that's probably familiar, but we're going to talk about them and hopefully
Learn something new.
learn something
Yeah.
new. So this right here is just maple sap. So we all know that comes out right out from the tree, just like that.
That's the stuff that gets collected in the bucket.
Yes. And then it gets boiled down and reduced until eventually it becomes a syrup, right?
Yeah.
So this time of year, though, for Haudenosaunee people that I know of, but I'm sure there's many more nations that do it as well.
Yeah.
We actually do a fast.
Oh, okay.
When it comes out. So the fast, we do it for body. We'll take a container like this and just drink it over the course of a week.
Okay.
So that's getting our body ready for springtime and those new like baby greens that are coming out.
Yeah.
After a winter coming off a heavy diet of just like dried foods and things like that,
Yeah.
heavy stuff, right?
So you're kind of treating maple like you're reaching into its medicinal qualities too.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Yes, because we look at it is something on our ceremonial calendar. We do two ceremonies. One is opening the trees, and then we close the trees.
Oh, cool.
Right. So we have that season, that time when we collect.
Yeah.
And then we listen for the thunders. When the thunders come, is when that's the end of that season. You'll start to see like moths come out, things like that. That's when you know your season's done and you're done.
Got it.
Right?
If you got a moth in the bucket, you're done.
Yep.
Yeah.
And that's literally that is.
Yeah. But it's so neat because it's almost like water. So you're
Yes.
saying you drink it like water almost.
Yes, so it collects what you need in that environment. So what we do is we also refer to it as children's medicine. So it's kind of like the virgin sap that comes out that first day. We say that has the most minerals and stuff in it.
Nice.
So that's what we give to our kids this time of year.
Yeah.
The toddlers kind of have that constant, like they're sick and cough, but they're not sick. They got
Yeah.
the nose is running, all of that. That's why we refer to it as children's medicine, because we give this and it helps that go away. And then you have your finished product, right? And so this is from my house, and I brought this for you.
Oh, no way!
So this is from Frog Pond, Six Nations.
Yes. Oh my gosh.
So,
maple
that
syrup is
one's-
my favorite. Yeah.
I mean, and it really is a gift, and it is one of the things that is really hard this year because of climate change and the awkward winter that we had. There's a lot of people are not tapping trees this year.
Yeah.
My family, we didn't tap trees. We did like 2 trees just for the medicinal, like for getting the sap. We didn't actually produce any syrup this year because we were going to give the trees that rest.
Yeah.
But that's a real reality that you got to look at. That Canada without maple syrup is that's really something to think about.
That really
right?
definitely is, for sure.
In terms of the medicinal for adults, I brought this because it was a good example. This was kind of the end of the run. We did all the bottling. This one has the most reduced stuff in it.
Nice.
So you'll see at the bottom there's sediment there.
Yeah.
And we refer to this as maple sand because it's not, you'll see it's not crystallized.
Okay, yeah.
Right? So this is really full of nutrients and iron. So we would give this to pregnant women, people that are anemic. It's actually good for you because it's full of iron.
Yeah. Now, we're going to move on and make something totally delicious, and I'm very excited because it smells so good in here. So what are we making today?
We're going to do a blue corn Johnny cake,
Nice.
and we're going to do a vegan maple frosting for
Oh,
it.
okay. Let's get into it. Okay.
So,
yeah.
So a Johnny cake recipe is just like cornbread, right? I brought some beautiful blue corn flour for us to use today.
This is stunning. Yeah.
So we have in the bowl, we have, I think, 4 cups of flour, and there's 2 cups of
This
corn.
blue corn.
Yep.
Now, if you couldn't find blue corn, what would you use?
There's white corn that's available. Even if you have to use like the masa dough,
Yeah.
can even be used for this.
Okay, cool.
Yellow corn is generally the easiest one to find.
Totally.
So you can do that as well, but I thought this was a pretty color and
I'm
fun.
not gonna lie, this color is gonna be out of control.
Yeah.
All right, what else are we adding in here?
So we're gonna add baking powder in there.
Okay.
It's 5 tablespoons, which
Whoa.
I know sounds ridiculous.
That's a lot. Y'all, if you haven't baked before, that's a lot of baking powder.
It is
Yeah.
a lot. It's almost like you're scared that it's gonna do too much.
Yeah, it's a lot.
But
Yeah.
the corn really absorbs it, and because it's heavier, you want it so it's gonna lift that cake, right?
Okay.
So you do need some extra.
Yeah.
So, and then we also put some salt in there, and that's
Perfect.
all the main stuff here. So for our wet stuff we have here, maybe we'll throw all this together, and then we'll throw it all in.
Love it. Perfect.
It works anyway.
Okay.
So we have melted butter here, a cup of melted butter. We have 6 eggs here that are kind of pre-beaten. Just
Perfect.
keep them good.
Get them going.
Yep.
Yeah. Yeah.
We have half a cup of sunflower oil. I generally use sunflower oil for everything.
Yeah.
A half a cup of maple syrup.
There's
and
that
that's
maple
all that
syrup.
we're using is a half a cup, because you notice in a cake,
Yeah, usually
might
in
have 2 cups of
cakes.
sugar or
Yeah.
something like that, so you're not using as much.
No, but maple syrup has more sweetness to it, and it also, again, it with that corn, the corn's a little sweet.
Yes.
So you're getting the sugar there too.
So you don't need as much, but
Yeah.
it's really good in that sense that you're not using as much, and it's just good for your glycemic index and stuff compared to like white sugar.
Totally. So let me just add the wet to the dry.
Yeah.
Okay, well, I get mixed
So-
in this. We're gonna put, this makes enough for more than one pan, right?
It does, because I do like half sheet pans at a time.
Okay,
for my
yeah.
job, so
I was like, you're a chef, that's why. I was like, that's a chef cake recipe. Yeah.
So this is going to puff up quite a bit. And
Oh, I
then
can already see it.
you're almost gonna kind of like beat it down, get like a pancake batter where you're doing it and it puffs up and then kind of beat it down again and then use it.
Yeah.
That's because there's so much baking soda in there.
Yeah, we pop it
Yep.
into a pan, and then we're gonna move on to that buttercream, or that
Yes.
ice, not buttercream, because it's a vegan one.
Yeah. Like frosting.
Frosting? Yeah. Okay, so what do we got?
We have a cup of what is it? Coconut oil in here.
Coconut oil,
Coconut
nice.
oil. And so we just like you beat that for like a second. Is it on? We're
Yeah,
on.
there we go. Get it going.
And then we also have a cup of maple sugar. So if you've never seen maple sugar, it just kind of looks like brown sugar. It's a little bit sweeter than it, so you don't need as much.
Okay.
But I mean, really, in any recipe, if you want to take maple sugar instead of like brown sugar or regular sugar that you're using, you can, it's basically like a 1-to-1, you can use it. So.
Tawnya, as soon as you put that in, it smelled so good. The air tasted like maple syrup. It was like,
air-
yeah.
So I got a little bit of vanilla that we're gonna put in there too.
Perfect.
It's not necessary, but
Yeah.
So this is gonna whip up for a while because that's got to dissolve and then it's gonna come together and then it's got to get air in there. So it's kind of like one of the 7-minute frosting where you just let it set and forget
this
it.
is
right?
a walk away frosting. Yeah. All right, and then we end up with something that looks like this. And y'all, look at this cake. Let's bring
you can
this
see the
over.
color in
'cause I
there, yeah.
cannot- Look at the blue of this blue corn.
So-
Isn't that amazing? Oh my
That's what
gosh.
I
Okay.
love.
That's
Like
stunning.
I said, the color's got to be like so yummy. Here, we'll get this out of the way so they can
Pop
see
it
our
over.
cake.
Love it. All right,
So-
so we've got that. Now we've got that beautiful buttercream. What else do you have here?
We're just gonna put a jam in the middle because, like, why not, right?
Yeah.
We could do more
Jammy.
icing, but really the icing, it's also maple sugar. Unfortunately, is pretty expensive. Right?
Yes.
So
Yeah.
So
No.
we just put a little jam in there.
Pop it on top. Maybe do a couple of those, and
Yeah.
we've got a fully done version of this cake.
Yeah, we
Look
got
at
one
that
ready to go.
buttercream, or that frosting. I need to stop calling it buttercream. That looks out of control. Now you also brought a little bit of some crunchy kind of.
Yeah, we put fun stuff to put on
Yeah.
there.
I'm gonna sprinkle
Put
it
it
on
on
this
this
guy.
one.
I was gonna say this guy's cute. So what
Yeah,
is
so
this?
these are maple flakes.
Okay.
You can purchase them from like bulk stores, things like that.
Yeah.
But they're just something fun. There's something crunchy if you want to put them on a parfait, something like that.
Yeah.
It's fun.
And then what are these?
We also just wanted to play with we want to play with our food, right?
Yeah.
We eat with our eyes. So these are fireweed petals.
Oh my gosh, they smell
So-
amazing.
They're just really cute. We have some daylily petals.
It's absolutely
Yeah.
amazing. Oh my gosh. Okay, we're gonna dig into this cake.
Are we gonna cut it?
I'm gonna cut into this because I feel like we need to see the inside. And then, oh my gosh, okay. Let's get into this. Look at this with the blue and that buttercream. Look at that cake. Come on. All right, Tawnya and I are gonna dig into this. We gotta dig. Hey, Mary here. What did you think? Drop your comments below and don't forget to like and subscribe for more of the good stuff.